Oh man, what a stellar day to be hanging out here on the tiki porch. Unfortunately, I do see some construction equipment rolling up right outside my apartment. As you can hear from the noise behind me, there is construction underway here in my neighborhood. I'm not going to be able to utilize the Aloha Room or the beautiful tiki porch on this beautiful third day of summer. So I decided I'm going to take my legs, I'm going to go for a walk around the city of Boston, show you a bunch of historical stuff, show you a bunch of cool stuff that I think you might find interesting, stuff that I find interesting, and just see what we see on this beautiful, again, third day of summer. It's supposed to be a high of 75 degrees, so it'll definitely be a great day to walk around and sightsee.
70s will feel fantastic this afternoon. It's warm, but not too hot. It's going to stay bright and comfortable out there today as well.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that noise all day. Back by popular demand, I am back touring the city of Boston. I'm mostly known for my Salem stuff, but people have been hitting me up in my DMs on Instagram and in the comments on my YouTube channel saying, Derek, show us some of Boston. We want to see some Boston stuff. There's more to Massachusetts than just Salem. Well, my friends, I'm here today to show you all the nooks and crannies of the city of Boston. Facial masks are a thing in the past here in the city of Boston, Massachusetts, no longer required while walking around outside or inside of businesses. I think we're pretty much mask-free everywhere in the country now, right? Right across the street from me is the old Massachusetts State House. It was built in the year 1713, and it was a state house here in Boston until the year 1798. I'm sure that these people here on this trolley are learning the same information that I just told you. On July 18th, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was read to the citizens of Boston from that very balcony right there. Right from that balcony, American history, my friends. This tour guide right there, standing underneath that balcony where the Declaration of Independence was read, is telling you the history of the Boston Massacre, which happened right there in that very spot when some British soldiers executed some citizens of Boston for being unruly. They formed a crowd around the soldiers, maybe kind of like they're doing right now, and an execution happened. So now that the tour has walked away, you can see the actual site of the Boston Massacre, March 5th, 1770, right here in this very spot.
Let's do it. Everybody down for 3. 3, 2, 1. Yes, clap for me. I'm juggling knives. Back louder and I'm going to come closer. I'm going to start this off with the most dangerous trick I know. Look at me, I'm running with knives. Oh, such a rebel. We're going to watch the left hand and go ooh. Ooh. Now come on, everybody ooh. Ooh. Everybody ah. Everybody ooh la la. It's more dangerous than you think. I'm not wearing underwear. Thanks a lot. You make this all worth it. The Grand Finale, here it is.
The Salty Dog, a great place to step up and get some ice cold beer and some seafood. This guy's got some muscles.
And I travel around the world hanging upside down for a living. It's true, folks. Who would have ever thought that you could do that for a living? But I found a way. Just don't tell my parents. They still think I'm a lawyer. Everyone, go home. clap. If it does not, Julia, get help. Shoulder, right here. That's gotta be worth $20. Where's my encouragement? Go for it.
I know I left my apartment to get away from construction, but I am happy to see this construction, the former location of McCormick and Schmidt's, soon to be coming this October, the new home of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville Boston. That's right, guys. A new Margaritaville restaurant is coming to the Faneuil Hall area, cloaked in all this history of Quincy Market and Faneuil Hall. Will be a cheeseburger in paradise. I tried to get a little bit of inside intel from these construction guys. They can't confirm that Margaritaville is going into this spot right here, but they won't tell me the opening date. The news is saying October, so I'm going with October, which is awesome. I'm glad to see this guy back. I see him all the time in Salem. Yes, yes. Just made some money. Whoa, just barely. Dang. Dang. That was close. Ladies and gentlemen, greeting us outside of Faneuil Hall. Yeah, that's right. Put those hands together for the Sam Adams statue. Over to the right of the Sam Adams statue is the Sam Adams Tap Room. I love this place. It's a great bar, and it's always got the porch rocker on tap, which I'm a huge fan of the porch rocker. They have a great bar downstairs. There's also a bar upstairs, but I'm going to go to the bar downstairs. Now, I'm not sure if all the beers are brewed here on premises, here on site. I have been to the Sam Adams Brewery here in Boston a couple years ago. It was actually one of my first few detours about 5 or 6 years ago. Go check that out. My friend Pat, the bartender, confirmed that this porch rocker was not, in fact, brewed here on this site, but they do brew many beers, about 9 in fact, here at this tap room. So Pat gave me the menu, and anything that has a BTA exclusive was brewed here in-house. Again, there's like 9 or 10 of them brewed here at the tap room. And they distinguish them by different numbers. And when I say the tap has numbers on them, the bartenders know which beer to pour. See, like the Boston Lager's number 1, Sam Summer number 2. I'm drinking the Porch Rocker, which is number 5. But there's about 9 beers that are brewed here in-house. The rest, not here. Maybe possibly at the Sam Adams Brewery, which I've been to again. Go check that video out. Here's a little blueprint, if you will, of some Sam Adams beer. Check that out. So that's pretty cool. Fresh beer being brewed right here on site. Here we are at the Granary Burial Ground, the resting place of Paul Revere and Samuel Adams, also the parents of Benjamin Franklin. You know, I couldn't bring you by the Sam Adams statue in the Sam Adams Tap Room without bringing you over here to the resting place of the one and only Sam Adams. A lot of you probably know Sam Adams from the beer, but he was much more than that. He was an American patriot. And this is where he rests. Right here in front of us is the resting place of, well, not Ben Franklin, but it's the resting place of Ben Franklin's parents. I'm telling you, this is the way to see the city of Boston for all that history. You gotta go on the old town trolley. It makes several stops throughout the day. You can jump on and off and experience history in Boston. I've done it several times, usually when friends are up from out of state. Great time. There's been a lot of times where we've jumped off and haven't got back on because we just bar hopped. But nonetheless, you can jump on and off this and learn all about Boston history. Right there's a beautiful shot of the Massachusetts State House where all the laws for the state of Massachusetts are voted upon. The Old Town Trolley dropping off some patrons over here at the Hampshire House, aka the Cheers Bar. This is the shot of the opening of the television show that you would see. You'd see a car pull up or traffic going by outside the Cheers Bar, otherwise known as the Bull and Fitch. It is a fun bar, but it's definitely not the same bar from the television show. All right, let's leave the Cheers Bar and head over to the Public Garden right across the street. Established 1837. It looks like I'm a couple weeks too late because, well, I saw a picture here from a couple weeks ago, and these flowers are totally in bloom, different colors, beautiful. Out here in front of the George Washington statue here in Boston Common. Not today, not so much. You know any Clarence Clemens from the E Street Band? I don't believe that was Clarence Clemens. There are these swan boats not open in operation right now this time of day. I don't know why.
Él es mi fortaleza, también mi pronto auxilio. Él luce mi camino y también mi salvador.
As you went to the north end, the first thing you see is this Greenway Carousel. A structure I've never ridden before. It's been here about, I don't know, 6 years or so. I've lived in this area for 47. Never been on this thing before. Maybe I'll buy a ticket one day. Not today. I have missions to accomplish, and the carousel is not one of them, but nonetheless, it's here.
So do not be afraid of the black guys. You know how to solve this?
Over here, right in front of the New England Aquarium, we got this trolley depot where you can get the Old Town Trolley and the Ghost and Graveyard Trolley. Right here is the Old Town Trolley. Again, a trolley that I highly recommend if you want to find out about the history and nooks and crannies about the city of Boston. This is a great way to do it. Right across from the carousel is Long Wharf, which is also the opening to the historic Boston North End.
You can see your seats all around. Here we go.
And right over here, they got a live performance going on.
Yep, we're
Maybe
warming
some
up.
great dancers or whatnot.
Walking down the block.
Okay.
Everyone, stop whatever it is that you're doing. There's nothing else going on but us. Black guys dancing. We're gonna be flipping, flying, and dancing in 2 short minutes. Gather around. some noise, ladies and gentlemen. The Hero roller coaster.
Our next stop is over here to the Boston Historic North End. Here is the Tony DeMarco statue. He's a welterweight champion of the world in 1955. The North End's guy. Hanover Street here in Boston, Massachusetts. The North End of Boston is by far the greatest place to find food. If you're looking for that authentic Italian food, hundreds of places here to eat. I love eating down here. I love coming down here several times a year to check this place out. This right here is by far not the most popular Italian restaurant here on Hanover Street, but it's my favorite here in the North End. I come here, this is the only place I come when I come to the North End. Very, very cheaply priced, authentic, delicious Italian food. I mean, look at this place. You know what I mean? It's under the radar. There's nobody here. I'm the only one in this restaurant, but they're gonna be super excited that I'm here eating their delicious Italian food. Check this out. I have the whole bar, and honestly, I have the whole restaurant to myself. You guys need to come down here and patron these folks. This is a great diamond in the rough restaurant here in the North End. Here is the menu. I always get the same thing, that delicious spaghetti and meatballs. I'm telling you, it's like enough to feed 2 or 3 people for 14 bucks. Look at that big hot bowl of spaghetti, that freaking good loaf of bread, and that ice cold Bud Light. I'm telling you, this is the best deal in the North End. Cheers. That's amore. Business has picked up, and I'm happy to hear that, and I'm happy to see that. These guys are great people. the owner, we just had a nice 10-minute conversation about playing scratch tickets and lottery and stuff, and it's like talking to Tony Soprano. Get out of here. Get the F out of here. It's all about the Tony Soprano. I love it. I love this place. You guys need to come down here and spend your money. These guys are great people. Great storytellers. Again, very colorful language, which I love.
Those 4 invitations, you have them printed on the computer and all that bullshit. $300.
$300 for the baby shower.
For a piece of paper.
Okay, Renato invited me to the baby shower for his daughter, coming up sometime in November. You guys can come too. He said open bar. Open bar.
Come on in.
Forget about it.
Time in November.
I absolutely love this place. It's like coming home to my grandparents' house if I had Italian grandparents with colorful language. And don't get me wrong, the North End is known for its authentic Italian food, but there's also other things around here which the North End is known for. For instance, right across the street, Modern Pastry. Usually a line out there to go get those cannolis, all those Italian desserts. Let's go check this place out. Look at all those delicious desserts. Cannolis, cream puffs, eclairs, cupcakes, Zelly Italian cookies. The hits just keep on coming. But Modern Pastry isn't the only place in the North End where you can get all these scrumptious desserts. If you walk a couple yards down Hanover Street, you'll come across Mike's Pastries. And that, my friends, is where the line is. So I think right now you can tell which has got the best pastries in the North End. Oh, you like that seafood? The North End also has seafood. Besides fine Italian food and pastries, the North End is also known for the Old North Church. Right there on the top of this church is where Paul Revere put those lanterns. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, when the British were coming. You guys totally just missed it. I totally bit it. I fell off the curb. After that last shot, I actually fell face planted. Legit, right in the middle of the street. There was a car about 8 feet away from running over my obese body. I'm okay. My hand's okay. My camera's okay. Just wish I was filming it. Oh, this is Paul Revere. There he is, the American patriot, Paul Revere, warning the citizens of Boston that British are coming. Putting those lanterns in the top of the Old North Church right behind him, up in the steeple. 1 lantern by land, 2 lanterns if by sea. Again, warning the citizens of Boston that the British are coming. The British were coming. Fittingly, there's a lantern here on North Square, because right across the street from where I'm standing is the birthplace of Paul Revere. Actually, I was misspoken. It's not his birth house, but he definitely lived here. He owned the house from 1770 until 1800. This is where he left for that midnight ride of Paul Revere. Again, to warn the citizens of Boston that the British are coming. Left right from this house. And this is about as close as we're getting to this house. The tour is not open and operational this time of night. It's after 5 p.m. But here is the Paul Revere house. So just imagine Paul Revere leaving this house right behind me on horseback, galloping through the streets of Boston, yelling, "The British are coming, the British are coming." I'll start it right there at that house. The story of Paul Revere does not end right here, my friends. Let me take you over to his burial spot. Right here is the Granary burial ground, the resting place of Paul Revere, American patriot, right here. Right below us is Paul Revere. It has nothing to do with U.S. history, but Tiki Rock is my favorite tiki bar in Boston. Don't forget, the Kowloon is not in Boston, the Kowloon is in Saugus. Therefore, the Tiki Rock is my favorite tiki bar in Boston. I'm in the area, so let's hit this up before heading home. Tiki Rock has a great outdoor seating area. He thought the outside was nice. Check out the tiki bar. I always bring you to Tiki Rock when I'm in the area. Again, my favorite tiki bar of all the tiki bars. Right here in downtown Boston. Good shake going on. There's that original Mai Tai.
Yeah. Look at this nice mermaid lady.
Ooh, you guys got those for sale here?
Let me ask. I'm not sure. We don't really use these all that much because they're kind of like annoying to pour into. So
It's a beautiful mug though.
It is a really
and
nice
I do collect tiki mugs. Got that fancy mermaid glass. Aloha. Always a good Mai Tai here at Tiki Rock. I got those lamps, and I've got those lamps. I need to get one of those though. I definitely need to get a wall painting like that, that tropical Hawaiian scene. Digging that. All right, well, I think that ending the day with a voyage here to Tiki Rock is the perfect way to end this day of exploring Boston. I didn't show you everything around Boston, just kind of like a little nook and cranny. You know, the North End and the Faneuil Hall area. There's a whole lot more to Boston than what I showed you today. What a fantastic third day of summer we had. Great street performers, amazing food, great sights and sounds and smells of the city of Boston. Obviously, Boston, a really big city. Just showed you a little bit of the city today. But in future detours, I'll be taking you out to the other parts of the cities. I think you're going to enjoy those videos as well. If you want to see more of the city of Boston, and more importantly, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. I always answer all the comments. If you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing to Detours. Click that little picture of my face in the bottom of this video, and while you're clicking away, click that small bell. It'll give you instant notification every single time I upload a brand new detour. Check me out on social media. I'm on Instagram at Derek Millen, DerekMillen. I also have a Facebook group, Derek Millen's Detours. And as always, I'll catch you on the next detour.